Hello, this is Pixie doing another video. This is going to be a plant update. So this is Hawaiian baby wood rose. The leaves are alright, it doesn't like direct sun. It could be that I need to put some baby bio, some plant food. I haven't been feeding my plant much. This is a canna, but I don't know if it's just the winter or I've left it alone. There's always little daturas, they always pop up everywhere. So I don't know, I'll have to look up some care stuff to do it. I get the other sort of canna. You'll see when I sort of search these things up. This is dry stuff, maybe we should harvest the dry stuff. So this is a snake plant. I bought it from a while back, and it's been very productive. It's had another baby. I took a baby out recently, and just grown another one. I don't think this one's got anything new going on. No, it's just pushed up a bit, that's it. I'm not entirely sure. This was actually, so I had a client, just got a little separate plant coming off. It wanted to go somewhere else. It wants to be transferred. That's probably what's drying out a bit. So maybe I'll cut it off. I'll probably cut it off and put it back in the pot, or put it in to help get a root system developing. It's just garden them. I was thinking about doing some design work with the pots. That I might do ceramic. I might do a bit like an organ. You can have wire wrapped around the pot, and then you have a clay on top of that, and maybe crystals. Do a little face, have a face like that on it. Or any faces really. Put some unusual faces into the pot, merge it with it. Almost create like a living entity. I mean these kind of, this would be easy for developing a pot design. Just use the outer bottle, clay up the side, so you've got like little bars, and then say build on that. So that might be a wicked project I'm thinking about. I've got some obsidian. That's there. Let's come over here. What we got? So there's another snake plant. It's not really. This one's difficult. This cylindrica. It's see, I've lost a couple of them because they just rotted and fell out. It really doesn't like much water at all. I might repot it and just put it off in something lower. Oh, that's a good news. Look what I see. I have to keep watering it. It's growing, because it was dormant for a while. Now it's growing something. So it's going to turn into another snake plant. It's going to have all these. I like the pattern. There's different varieties of that. So let's try something. It's called. I'm not sure what's growing in there. It could be that plant. It was just like some kind of well, this was grown in a driveway. A bit of it. So I shoved it in a pot, hoping it would survive. I don't know. What have we got coming round? So I'm trying to move it out into the light a bit. You may actually see it better. See that little green one? So the little, you can see it a little bit. There we go on camera. That's peyote. That's the spawn of a peyote, but I might have hybridised it with something else. I'll come to it in a minute, but I don't know, because it's not, it hasn't turned round, it's just this little, to get the right sort of light, get the light right on it, camera's blocking the light. Yeah, it's not round at the moment. This is an alocasia. I'm going to repot this one, I think. It's strange how that's gone all red. It's just dying off. There's some other leaf it wants to grow. You see it wraps around the stem. So yeah, maybe I'll give it a bit more light. See what happens. That's wet, but what I've got here, got a little pool of water, and you can see the root. It's feeding directly from the water. It's a bit unusual. So this baby, I was talking about this one. This is my Brugmansia, the reason it's in the window is I want it to grow as quick as possible and hopefully get to flower. It does need some food, I think, baby biofood. It's not doing too badly. It's kind of like its other part of it. It's doing okay. But as soon as it hits winter time, it'll drop its leaves. That's what happened last time. And also to get the stem, because at the moment it's quite green, what I want is woody, because then if it's woody, it grows off. Otherwise it just shrink back. It just ends up shrinking, and that part will be dead, and then from another part it just grow out. That's my Arabic coffee plant. It was quite small. I picked that one up in Lidl's. Now it's bushing out. If you twist it around, it quite likes that because it spreads out its leaves. It's doing all right actually. When it does get to the point it wants to seed, it'd be loads, it'd be massive berries. That's why they're quite good like that. This little baby here is my it's a piana or something like that. It's I'm trying to think, pitiana. It's a dragon fruit plant. So it's growing up at the moment. It's like growing around the plant. It's quite clever. It's like a tentacle. It's got another one at the bottom there. I don't know what it's going to do. It's more difficult to manage. I'm going to have to put it in probably a tube because it'll grow up and then it'll palm tree out. So it'll just come out these different angles. It's a bit like a creeper in some ways. But it's a cactus, which is weird. So what here? This is the wild coffee plant. That's something completely different. The berries are no, I've never had it, so it's going to be very different. However, the best to soak them, because what they do is they come with lysergic acid. It's naturally formed from nature. When it does, I haven't seen it berry up yet, so that'd be interesting. Yeah, again, I'm trying to grow it as much as I can. And the same for its little shoot that's come off it. They both link up to the same root system. So, as long as this part of it's live, the other part of it's live. However, if I can get it more woody, that's more defence. It's not going to get cold in here. It's just better to regenerate, basically, when it does get warmer. So, have a little look. Yeah, you might be able to see it's because I've got so much light coming through. Oh yeah. So it looks like it's got some kind of disease potentially there. So I'm going to leave it alone for a bit. And then it might treat it with something. It's possibly because the soil was a bit dodgy anyway, so just leave it alone. I might put something in there to kill any fungus, like some sort of colloidal silver. That tends to work quite well. What else? So these were type of so they were a type of mint. Not really doing much. I think it got too boggy basically. I put too much water in it. These are more datoras than anything else in there. This one's beautiful. This is another one of my snake plants. But as you can see, it's come up with this middle growth. These didn't bother to grow. They've just set up a new one. So they've gone sort of into this dormant state, but they grow underground doing bits of work. There's another, there's another little shoot down here. It's a little one. So that's going to come up and spread them. And you've got here, you've got some other new growth. You've got there. You've got another one here. It's going to be like the cracker, and it's going to come up and swallow up this datura when it gets going. It just crush it out, basically. This is a fiddle leaf. So it's like ginger, the actual. See if I can smell anything. It's like a bit like orginacin actually. The bark on it. It's antifungal and all these other things. So this was a key tip. I mean, this one grew a lot quicker since it's had other plants growing with it. They've triggered it a bit to react. It's reproduced. That's why out of these 6 seeds, that's the viable one that's started growing. I'm tempted to take some bits off it and grow some separate ones at some point. Maybe if I do some kind of repot, I'll do something with it. The soil was a mixture of sand, a bit sandy. It's a bit rubbish, to be honest. I think it's like play pit sand or something mad in it. But it's doing alright. It's doing okay. And also this is changed here, because this is like the female part of it, and these are the male bits. And since it's had seeds and flowered, it's a lot bigger there. So whatever it produces next time round should be larger, or its little pups might give it a go. They might start sprouting flowers as well, which would be unusual and different. So this is another San Pedro. It's the other one with a San Pedro there. That one's growing quite well. As you can see, I'm growing it in a pot like that, and it's got no drainage. So what I do is I just give it a little bit of water, leave it, let it dry out. You know, at the top it's fairly dry, and down low it's going to be sort of drying, but I'm not going to worry about it. You know, you probably need to worry very rarely, especially winter times when it comes to winter. Alright, let's see what other plants. Oh yeah, that mixture there is it's a cup of tea, it's a black tea, and I've got an aniseed star in it. I've left it to sort of soak. It's an interesting drink. It's quite relaxing actually. So there we go, another San Pedro. Yeah, there's another mint. I've got chocolate. I've got pineapple mint. And licorice. So that's baby woodrow. We've got some other growth of things growing in the bottom there. I've got a snake plant. I've got a Christmas cactus. That's a mint. And there's a San Pedro. So I don't really do much of the mint. I should do. I should be picking off leaves and probably eating it and stuff. It's quite nice actually. I have to think of something to cook with it or do something and then report back. Yeah, because I'm not using all my herbs. So that's an old cactus from my grandmother. It's 30 something years old. I bought it when I was 8, so it could be about 35 years old, that cactus. So it's something I say, don't throw away. Its grandmother gave it to me. Hand it down my family generations. Here is so there's another snake plant. They grew from the other one. That was a grow from the side of it. They do like the pots tight anyway, so I'm just going to leave them and let them grow as much as possible. With them, just water it and let it dry out. That's the main thing. And then water every so often. If the leaves look like a bit burnt, then definitely it needs a drink. That's what's one of the main things. So that's kind of funny. I'm going to end up let them soak for a while. The aim of these ones, these are monsteras. I got a lot of seeds from China, and I don't know how many are viable. So I'll have a little look in a bit. Might see it better in the light. You know, if you get 100 seeds, there's no point planting 1 or 2, because if they're not viable, then the ones that have sunk to the bottom. There's ones that are on top. The ones on top have got aired out basically. They've dried up. The ones on the bottom that sunk are not, so they're more likely to be viable. But what I'm looking for is any bit of root action. So if they split and there's a bit of root coming out, they're good to go, and then we'll get them into a tray. I've got this tray, but I put a few in there and nothing happened. So I might transfer them and then get them into a bit more of a sunny spot, and hopefully get some growth before it gets too dark or cold or whatever, and take it from there really. So they'd be quite good. They're one's called turtle something, monstera. So they're half like an albino white and half green. So that'd be an interesting plant to grow. Anyway, this is Pixie sign off for this video. Here I am. Hello. I've got to sort that belly out a bit, see. But I am doing a little bit of fasting. Generally I'm okay though. Can't see my face that clearly. But anyway, yeah, this is a big sign off. That's what you're saying.